husband was hungry. He was like, can you warm me up some pizza? I went in there to open that pizza box, y'all. It was filled with roaches. Like, the roaches was literally all over the pizza. They were scattering like... Baby girl, you are so pretty, 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 pretty. Baby girl, you are so pretty, 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 pretty. Hey, y'all. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. If you're a returning viewer, welcome to my channel again. And thank you for coming back. But y'all, today we are going to do a real raw story time video. As you all know, we ended up moving to LA. However, we was there for like a month because a whole bunch of stuff happened, and we ended up coming back here to Michigan. But that's the story that we're gonna get into today, baby. And grab your chair, some popcorn, whatever you need, because it's gonna be a kind of a long video. So yeah, we moved there off of our hopes and dreams, honestly. Like, we drove there in a U-Haul. We had like towed our car there, and it was a long drive from like Michigan all the way to California. Like, it took at least 3-4 days. Yeah, like 4 days. This is a picture from like when we first got there. So yeah, that was the long ride. 4 days in a U-Haul with 3 children. Yes, it was a lot. But when we got there, we had got us a little hotel room. We started looking at places and, you know, like applying to places or whatever. And when we first got there, we actually went to, what is that place called? Wait, what was that place called? Went to San Bernardino. And my husband actually thought it was a suburb. But if you're from California, you know that San Bernardino is not a suburb. Not a suburb. It's actually like a Hispanic hood. Like, that's their hood over there. Like, and we from Detroit, so like it's not like we're unknown to the hood, but like we're from a primarily black hood. Like, we were in a Hispanic hood. And like, it wasn't horrible, but it was not the best. But yeah, long story short, we tried to find a place there. Couldn't find a place there. And I was actually scrolling on Facebook. We were actually there for a couple of days looking for places, applying to places. But I was looking on Facebook. I seen a post and it said that it was, let's see if I can find it. I'm going to include it in this video. It's this company actually called Equity Management, okay? They have like a 0-star rating. I don't know what I was thinking actually going with them. We really just needed a place at the time. We weren't even going to stay there long. We were going to stay there probably like 3 months max and, you know, go to another place. But so yeah, I found this lady on Facebook. She worked for this company called Equity Management, and it was really cheap rent, 2-bedroom. It was affordable. I'm like, okay, we need a nice, you know, we need a place to stay. Like, and the place, it was in Bakersfield, California. And if you know Bakersfield, it's like a Hispanic area and it's like a predominantly black area. But like, the Hispanic area is like the top of Bakersfield, and like the majority black area is kind of like South Bakersfield. We moved to like North Bakersfield, and the area wasn't a bad area. It was, you know, really like we were the minority out there to Hispanic people, which wasn't bad, you know, like, but it was a park across the street from the apartment building that we were staying in. It was like a park, and it was a pool. It was like a nice, like, it was a rec center, everything. Like, but I ain't gonna lie, the building looked very ghetto. Like, it looked very ghetto, like the projects. Like, it literally was like well, I'm not going to say it was like, it was the Hispanic projects that we had moved into. It was a rec center across the street, you know. It's nice. But yeah, so we filled out the application and everything. She said that they could get us approved like the same day type shit. Like, we were literally looking for a place to stay. Like, we had a U-Haul. We were renting, you know. It had to be returned. Like, we had all of our stuff in there. And like, the thing with U-Haul, like, if you do a one-way, they give you like a free month of storage. So that's what we had ended up doing. Like, we had ended up putting our stuff in a storage because we couldn't find a place to stay. So yeah, so we have, and Bakersfield is not a and Bakersfield is not like right next door to San Bernardino at all. Like, it was a drive, but we needed a place to stay, so we drove there. So we applied to everything, and it actually, we didn't find out if we got accepted until like the next day. So like, and the lady, she was unprofessional, like, but it was expected because it was the projects. Like, how can I expect someone to be, you know? But anywho, so they said we could move in. I think she said it was like, what, a week? I think it was a week. She said we could move in within like a week. So it was like, okay, like, y'all, that was the longest week of our life. Like, we really didn't have any family out there for real. Like, my cousin, oh, not my cousin, my husband, he had called his grandma to see if, you know, like, we had any family out there. And we actually did. We had he had a cousin out there. He stayed in Lancaster. Lancaster is not close to Bakersfield at all. So we had to go to Lancaster. And anyways, our stuff, we had ended up putting our stuff from the storage in Lancaster because that's where his cousin was staying. You know, it wasn't a promise that we were going to get accepted to the projects in Bakersfield. I don't know why it wasn't to me, but, you know, like, so we ended up staying with him for a while. He actually got us an Airbnb into our moving date, which was very nice of him. Like, the Airbnb for like a whole week. We actually stayed with him for a couple of days before he had got us Airbnb. But yeah, so y'all, moving day comes. It was crazy. Like, they said we could we had to go up to the office, you know, get the key, whatever. We ended up getting the key. It took like 2 hours just for them to give us the key, and we were like sitting in the car. The kids were like upset, everything. We had packed everything up in the U-Haul, like, again, from, because, you know, we had to unpack it, put it in the storage, then unpack it, put it back in the U-Haul, rent a U-Haul again, drive all the way out there from Lancaster to Bakersfield. So it sounds like money burning, but nevertheless, we did it. And then at the management company, at the corporate office, my husband actually ended up breaking some bone in his arm. I'm not sure. Like, it was like this little gate thing. You know how they have like the gate? He tried to jump over it instead of going around it, and when he did that, he fell like on his arm, and he like broke it. Like, and we didn't even know it was broke until like, well, he was obviously in pain, so, but we didn't know like it was like that bad. But as he was driving the U-Haul, his arm was like throbbing. It feels weird trying to describe someone else's pain, but his arm was definitely throbbing. Babe, tell him how hard your heart was throbbing. But yeah, y'all, so my husband ended up breaking his arm. What bone was it in your arm that you had broke?
I think it was called a radio head or something.
Radio head, yeah.
I jumped over that thing and then walk around.
Like this arm.
Fell right in my arm. And then we had drove. I didn't even know it was broke.
For real, he was just in pain.
And then there was too much pain. I had went to the hospital.
Yeah, I went to the hospital. Like, we had got there, had unlocked the door, you know, let us in or whatever. Then he had went to the hospital. But y'all, when he went to the hospital was when everything had just started going downhill. Like, everything just took like a huge turn. Like, it literally got so intense from when he went to the hospital. Y'all, let me tell y'all. Because when we first got there, his arm was, throbbing and broken and everything too. And the lady, the property manager, should I say her name?
No, that's how you can get sued.
I don't know what I'm going to call her. I'm going to call her.
Fat bitch. Fatty.
I'm going to call her Taylor. So, Taylor, our property manager, she was cleaning up the place, but, like, she wasn't even done cleaning. Like, my husband had to help her clean up with his broken arm. Then she was looking at his arm. He had asked, he was like, do you think I should go to the hospital? She was like, yeah, definitely. Like, because he was in so much pain. So he had went to the hospital, was in the apartment. And y'all, let me tell y'all. Y'all, I'm going to insert a picture right here. Because I got a picture. We was sitting there, the kids was playing around, running around and stuff. I'm telling them, like, this our new home. Like, this is where we going to be staying for the time being, looking around. Like, the place is ghetto. Like, this is the first place they showed us. Like, Lord, I'm sitting here playing with the kids, and I look over to the wall, y'all, and it is a roach climbing out of the air conditioner. And it was huge. It was huge. Like, it was huge. I was freaking out, and my husband in the hospital dying with his broken arm, and I'm over here finna cry because I'm seeing roach. And I had told him, and he like, well, how many did you see? Like, I'm like, I seen one, but I ain't gonna lie, my mama told me, if you see one, he got at least 10 friends. And each of his 10 friends got 10 friends. And the cycle continue. Like, you're never just gonna see one little roach. Like, and I should have listened to myself. I don't know what I was thinking. I was like, okay, like, it's one. And I had killed it. Y'all was so scared of killing that roach. I was so scared, but like, I'm the mom. Like, what I'm gonna do, ask the kids to kill it? And it was huge. It looked like it was gonna give birth to babies. Then I went in the kitchen because, like, now I'm skeptical. I looked in the corner. I seen, like, one in the corner, and it was just, like, crazy to me. Like, y'all. And we had to get a refrigerator for the apartment because it didn't come with no refrigerator or stove. We had got our refrigerator. We were going to get our stove the next day. But, y'all, it was crazy. Like, they were in the corner, like, by the refrigerator and everything. And, like, my husband had checked briefly before, like, when we was applying everything. We were there for the first time. But he didn't do a good job checking because we were really needing a place to stay. But we had gave him our money and everything when we got the our lease and stuff. How much did we ended up giving him?
I think like 2,200, some shit, 2,400.
We gave him like 2,400, y'all. 2,400. The security deposit in the first month's rent, y'all. So when my husband had got back from the hospital, they had gave him like a little cast, gave him some medicine and everything, and he had got back. I was, stressed out because, like, we had to return the U-Haul, like, the next day, and we still had everything in the U-Haul. I don't know why I was stressed out trying to get our stuff into that roach-infested-ass apartment. But we would start moving our stuff in, literally, with a broken arm. My husband did it, y'all. He was moving the couch, the refrigerator, all that. And it was some nice people there. Like, they was helping us because they seen, like, his arm was broke, and, like, we got 3 kids. Like, I'm trying to help the kids and, move stuff into a apartment at the same time. So a lot of people was helping us move in. Place was so ghetto. It was so ghetto. We moved all our stuff in and we were so tired. It was like very late. Like, we had ended up going to get some pizza, and we had brought the pizza back and it was finna eat dinner and stuff. We had ate. And then we had to start unpacking the stuff, and it was getting later and later, and I had laid the kids down because they was tired and everything. We had their room set up and everything, and then, y'all, this is when things took another huge turn. Like, my husband was hungry. He was like, Can you warm me up some pizza? I went in there to open that pizza box, y'all. It was filled with roaches. Some more reviews. Like, the roaches was literally all over the pizza. They were scattering, like, I can't even say scattering like roaches because they were roaches scattering. Like, they were literally scattering over the pizza. And I just started crying because I'm like, I can't do this. Like, and we didn't even leave the pizza out that long. Like, it was literally out for like 20 minutes when we start unpacking stuff. And I opened it and the roaches was just like filling the pizza. Like, it was a roach pizza, y'all. It was a roach pizza. Like, that was crazy. Like, so my husband was like, you gotta stop crying, you gotta get yourself together, we finna move all this stuff back out. I kid you not, we literally moved every single one of our belongings in there and moved it right back out. And it was funny because the guy who was helping us, he was like an older guy, Hispanic guy, and he was like, you guys are still moving stuff in? Because, like, the truck was empty. Like, they helped us bring everything inside. We was, like, pulling our stuff out. He was like, you guys leaving? Where are you going? And we was like, we can't stay here. Like, it's too many roaches. Like, it's too much. It's too many bugs and stuff. And they thought we were joking. Like, they were laughing at us. But they ended up helping us, move everything out. And we ended up letting them keep the refrigerator because it was too much. Bringing the refrigerator back now. And if you, like, we were on the second floor. And they didn't have no elevator. It was just stairs. And my husband's arm was broke. And we didn't want to give them none of the trouble. Like, we let them keep their refrigerator. They were really happy. Like, and our, what was that? Our dining room table, we had left that there too because it was roaches on there. And they didn't mind keeping it. So we let them have it. Bless you. So we had unpacked all our stuff, packed it back up, back in the truck, and we had left with like nowhere to go. Like, middle of the night, it was like 3 a.m. by the time we got done and moved everything back. Have been back to Lancaster. We were staying with my husband's cousin for a little bit. We had our whole entire time left to California. Probably we stayed there for like a month. And then we had found this place. We had ended up staying there for like not even a month. Like, we had got us an extra short lease. It was very expensive. That's why we didn't stay there for long. It was a nice house too, but someone was, I don't know, renting their house. So I guess they were going on vacation. We had rented the house from them just for, the time being until we could get back on our feet. Then Equity Management had reached out to us again. And they were like, we have another place for you guys. Because they had our security deposit in our first month's rent still. Like, we never got it back. They were just only giving us the runaround. Like, okay, we got more properties for y'all to visit. Like, everything, nothing has roaches, nothing. Like, it's all clean. And we had went to the place, looked at it. They got all the roaches out before we had got there. And then, like, y'all, my husband had decided to look at it again one last time before we had signed the papers. Found roaches. It was a big disappointment. And mind you, this is in Bakersfield. We were staying in Lancaster. That is like an hour away. Like, we literally had to drive a whole hour there. Like, and then drive a whole hour back to the place that we were staying at. It's dead. It's okay. Then they had showed us another place, y'all. They showed us, like, how many places they showed us?
Like 4.
Like 4 places, y'all. They showed us like 4 places. All had roaches. This final place, though. Final place. It was nice. Everything was new there. Like, it literally looked like a motel on the outside. You know, like how the motels, like, the doors go right to the outside. Then it's the upstairs, right to the outside. So, yeah, they showed us a place like that. They had...
Hold on. Wait.
Y'all, this is the actual place right here. The last place. that broke the camel's back. Put new cabinets in there, new floors, new bathroom. Everything was new. The toilet was new. The shower and everything was brand new. Sink new. Big mirror. It looked beautiful. Like, it literally looked so beautiful. And I was so excited. Like, I was getting my hopes up. Like, they ain't just show us 4 places that already had roaches. So we ended up packing up our stuff again in the storage. Putting it in a U-Haul, driving from Lancaster all the way to Bakersfield again, y'all. We got there, opened, went in there. My husband had went straight to the water heater place, because that's where, like, the roaches was hiding there, like, and he had found some again, y'all. The lady was like, we're going to spray, like, it's clean here, it's no roaches, it's literally saying it's no roaches as we're looking at roaches, like. And my husband said the roaches that he had seen by the water here, like, most of them were dead, but it was some that were still moving, like, and that's like a no-go for us, like. So he talking to the lady. She like, we gonna spray it down, blah, blah, blah. He called me in, to put me into everything. Because I was sitting out in the car with the kids while, he was getting the keys from her and everything. So, kids tired, I'm tired. We in the car. Yo, I went in there. Went right to the master bedroom. It was a roach right on the wall. Just like this big. Like, on the wall. Chilling, like, that's his shit, like, that's his crib, y'all. I'm like, here go one right here. The lady, she come in there, she mad, huffing and puffing. She like, it's clean. What are you talking about? What roach? Then I pointed to her. I'm like, this roach right here on the wall, y'all. She grabbed it with her hands, threw it on the carpet, right, and just stumped it in there. And she was like, it's clean. There's no roaches in here. Like, that's one roach. Like trying to play it crazy, like we crazy, like we can't see that it's roaches in here. She like, we're gonna spray, blah, 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 blah. Like, y'all, at that point, I started crying again. I am an emotional person. Like, that really took a toll on me. Loading our stuff back into the U-Haul, unloading it, loading it back, unloading it, loading it back, unloading it. We got 3 kids. Like, we don't have nobody to keep them. Like, we barely know people out here. Like, his cousin that lives out here, like, he is grown. Like, he's like our parents' age grown. Like, he got his own life. He worked. Like, y'all, it was crazy. Like, we went back to the management company. We trying to get our money back. They don't want to give us our money back. See, that's the whole thing. Like, because the first place we got that had the roaches, we tried to get our money back. They was like, it's going to take up to 30 days for them to issue the money back. And at this point, we like, okay, like, we need our money. Like, long story short, they did not end up giving us our money back, y'all. They kept our money. And after that day, bless you, we had just drove back to, like, our Lancaster, where we had our stuff in the storage at, a whole hour in the middle of the night. It took long. We had to. All right, love you. See you later. But yeah, y'all, we had drove back to the storage place. We had spent the night in the U-Haul and stuff. And we just drove back home. Like, the drive back home is a whole nother story because, like, Kalani, stop. No, stop. Look at my baby. You say California. Y'all, the drive back home is a whole nother story time. That's a whole nother story time. Like, but we made it back, y'all. Can't believe they played us like that. Kept our money. It was crazy. And equity management, I'm gonna enter some of the bad reviews that they have right here, because they have so many bad reviews. Like, I don't know what I was thinking at all. Like, bad reviews after bad reviews after bad reviews. Like, not one good review. And if it is, it's from somebody who works there. Like, every time we went up to the corporate office management company, it was always filled with people complaining. Like, filled with complaining. And like, when we went there one time, because, you know, we had to go up there a lot because it was so unprofessional. Like, they were giving us the runaround. And, like, it was some people trying to apply to get in there. My husband was like, y'all don't want to do this. Like, they got our money. They're not getting our money back, giving our money back. And they got roaches. Like, people still trying to get in there. Y'all, it was crazy. It was the craziest experience. Like, 0 out of 10. I did enjoy California though. It was beautiful there. Like, it was so beautiful. We experienced the earthquake for the first time, y'all. It was crazy. It was a whole bunch of lizards and stuff in the house that we're staying in. We were renting it from the people. It was lizards and stuff outside. The kids was playing outside. Like, it was a good time. It just felt like a extended vacation that I was ready to come home to. Like, I miss my babysitter, y'all. I miss my babysitter so much. I miss my family. Like, I really feel like I took everything for granted. Because, like, when we moved to California, we were feeling like we had no help. Like, we just wanted to get away, basically. And I ain't gonna lie, baby. It's nothing like Detroit, baby. Nothing like Detroit. Like, at all, baby. I miss the city. I miss the city. But yeah, y'all, that's our crazy California trip story. I'm gonna do another story time on the drive back home, because that was something too. But if you made it to this far in the video, thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. You should subscribe if you're not already. And if you are a return viewer, I love you. I appreciate you. And I will see y'all in the next video. All right, bye, y'all.